This very special individual covered for us when one of our comedians dropped out at last minute, and he stepped in to present her slides sight unseen. It made me laugh so hard that we are bringing him back to do it, and it's planned this time. Are you guys ready to see this meeting? Presenting a fuckboy story, and he's never seen these slides before. Please put your hands together for Andy Vega!
You won't believe what happened to me. Hello, my name is Lisa, and I have been through some MF shit. My fuckboy Cooper, not Cooper Flag, some loser Cooper, not the audience for that one. Look, he had a couple things going for him. He looked a little bit like this. And a couple other things, just gotta look at the slide. He just graduated law school. He wanted to be a bad lawyer. He specifically wanted to go into law so that he can fight against the environment. We met in real life at my friend's dinner party. We played code names, which is such a fun game where you try to guess the same word at the same time! And we were really in sync. Oh my god, we said river at the same time, and it was like we were fucking inside of each other. And everyone thought we were already a couple, which was really cute, and just one of my power moves I execute at every party I'm at. He kind of looked like Jacob Elordi, who is a guy I know about. He texted me after our first date 5 minutes after it ended. I was barely on the subway platform. I was going like this so no one could get past me. And he said, I'm still smiling from tonight, had an amazing time, dinner this weekend. I know, right? Not a single emoji. So what could have went wrong? Well, there were some red flags. He had to call his parents every time he did laundry. He got confused about like whites versus darks, and also if he was allowed to get in the laundry machine, if he was allowed to get in the drying machine. How many Tide Pods are you allowed to eat? He's obsessed with rules. He wants to be a bad lawyer. He kept going on D&D all the time. And I broke through this, obviously. You double call, you break through that piece of shit. Because my mom always told me, break through D&D no matter what. If they don't want to hear from you, go to their house, bring a gun, ask the questions they don't want to hear. He once said I was actually funny. I'm sorry, I've watched every episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway? I'm a funny gal. My name is Lisa. He was blonde, which is a huge red flag. Well, because he was blonde. Once I was sick and he brought me soup, but it was like a can of soup. He left it outside of the... Okay, listen. It was clam chowder. It was in a bag. It wasn't in a normal bag. It was a Ziploc bag. He didn't buy it from a store. He had clam chowder and he poured it into the Ziploc bag, put that inside of a can, and put that in the Ziploc bag. Do you understand? He was against the environment. So these are some insane texts. I'm in trouble, aren't I? See you soon, troublemaker. He thought I was a load of trouble. And he didn't like trouble. He was a lawyer. He wanted to put my ass behind bars. And occasionally he would send me some voice memos like this, where he'd go like this. This is a really good impression. Who's in trouble, baby girl? And I'd respond, sorry, is this meant for me? And he'd go, I'm gonna lock you behind stuff. You're in trouble, baby girl. Yeah, I won't try that again. And this is about Taylor Swift. He was obsessed. I could tell deep down, this motherfucker is a gayler. He believed in the gay conspiracy theories about Taylor Swift, and he wouldn't drop it. And look, I'm down. I'm down to clown about this, but he would not drop it. I was starting to get concerned. This was the greatest moment of my entire adult life. And when this happened, I texted him, and it was joy. It was silly. It was like, see, I don't know if she is. And he went crazy. He sent me multiple voice memos that were 3 minutes long, and then they broke into two, so there were two 90-second voice memos in a row, saying, this is just fake, it's a PR stunt, like, you don't get her, you don't get her, I get her, you don't get her. And we're gonna move on from that. In that time, he introduced me to his brother. It was only about 6 weeks. He casually mentioned that his parents would be in town for a few months, so I could put it on my calendar. He wanted me to meet his parents, who were only gonna be here for about a month, and said I'm exactly the kind of girl he was looking for. Mind you, the only time we ever kissed, my hands were like this. Not right now. Things got really weird when he had to take the bar. He had to study a lot, and he had this weird tick where he would go, Taylor! Taylor! And I'd be like, honey, stop. And I'd be like, why'd I call you honey? For reference, Michelle Obama failed the bar her first time, and he told me this every single time I saw him. He needs to go dark for a month. He told me that because of the bars, and he couldn't see me for a month, which I agree because he's been very consistent so far. Also, can't stress this enough, he looks like a guy we all know. 1 month later, true to form, he invites me to dinner. It's at a beautiful little French cafe in the middle of wherever the fuck. And at dinner, I asked him how the bar went. He pauses, looking confused, and goes, oh, that wasn't real. I got you. Another girl had asked him to be exclusive for a month. Stay with me. They're not still exclusive. The test results were inconclusive. I have no clue if he actually is an accredited dentist or not. Now, I know this is confusing. Let's work through it together. I forgot to mention, he was studying for the bar, but he's already a dentist. But now, since he lied to me about the bar, I don't know what to believe. What is Cooper doing with all these textbooks about the law? Also, the blonde hair was fake! Yes, and it wasn't dyed. It was a wig. My read of the situation is sometimes girls always play weird games. I was playing a weird game all the time. I got all confused playing this weird game with this dentist lawyer that I forgot he was a dentist and I got afraid of my own self-worth. He was troubled, and so was I. I'm right to not want to date lawyers, which is something I've always believed. So, fuck boys, surely you don't have any questions, but if you happen to.
Did you have sex with him?
Well, after we kissed like this, yeah, 10 times. It was magical.
How do you find out about the hair?
How did I what?
Found out about the hair.
Oh, about the blonde hair. Well, the sex was, he really wanted me to pull the hair. And I did, and it popped off. And I said, is that really what you wanted? And then he kind of giggled, went to the bathroom, came back, and acted like nothing happened.
I think it's an ick when people use the same word a lot of the time in like different contexts, like if it's like overused. So I don't like that he said trouble so much, like they're like synonyms, obviously. So whenever I see like the same word used a bunch of times, I have like a reflexive like negative reaction.
Yeah.
So that I feel that way.
Yeah, I mean, you can talk after the show.
Did you ever end up meeting his parents, or?
I did meet his parents. They both were Times Square mascots. And, you know, they were really nice, down-to-earth people.
They charged for the photo, or?
Yeah, they charged for the photo. I had to give them a gift card. That's all I had. It was to, obviously, Pete's Coffee.
I'm starting to not believe this, but
What are you talking about? You don't believe this?
you're Lisa?
I'm Lisa.
Lisa.
And I'm beautiful.
All right, fuckboys, what's your diagnosis? It's not bad, Lisa.
I don't know what the signs mean, but...
Give it up for Andy Vega, everybody.